Hello, my beautiful and radiant Leo souls. Welcome back to Cosmic Wisdom, your sacred space for awakening the brilliant sun that dwells within you. I am your guide, and if you have found your way to this message at this exact moment in time, I want you to feel deep within the chambers of your royal heart that this is no accident. This is a divine appointment. Pause with me for just a moment. Before we journey into the heart of this powerful revelation, find a space where you can be undisturbed. Take a deep, courageous breath in filling your lungs with the golden light of possibility. Hold it for a count of 3, feeling your own magnificent power gathering within you. And then exhale, slowly releasing every shadow, every doubt, every whisper that has ever tried to dim your shine. Let your shoulders relax. Let your heart, that glorious sun that fuels your very being, open to receive. Because the universe, in its infinite and loving wisdom, has orchestrated this very moment to speak directly to your spirit. A truth is coming that is destined to change everything. Leo, if your soul is stirring, if you feel a resonance deep in your bones with the promise of this moment, I invite you to make a sacred pact with your own becoming. Press that like button, not as a simple click, but as a powerful seal upon your intention, a cosmic declaration that you are ready to receive the abundance that is your birthright. And if this message feels like coming home, then please subscribe to Cosmic Wisdom so we may continue to walk this luminous path together. Finally, to truly anchor this energy, go to the comments right now and declare with all the fire of your being, I am ready to reclaim my throne. Consider it your first act of sovereign power. Now, are you ready, magnificent soul? Have you been walking through your days with a quiet, persistent knowing that you were made for more? Have you been pouring your brilliant light, your boundless generosity, and your creative fire into the world, only to feel unseen, unappreciated, or even taken for granted? Perhaps you felt a strange and heavy blockage around your finances, a sense that a massive sum of abundance, a sum that you know you deserve, has been mysteriously held back, almost as if veiled by the envy or misunderstanding of others. My dear Leo, your intuition is not just correct. It is a divine compass pointing you directly to this sacred moment of release. The universe has witnessed your radiance, even when you felt you were shining in the dark. It has seen your courage, your loyalty, and the sheer force of your loving heart. And now the heavens themselves are moving to orchestrate a breakthrough so profound, so validating, that it will not only shock those around you, but will reaffirm everything you have ever known to be true about your own magnificent destiny. This isn't about a stroke of luck, beautiful Leo. Luck is for those who do not understand the laws of cosmic justice. This is about a divine coronation. This is your harvest. A massive sum blocked by the dense energy of envy and doubt is finally being released into your hands. And the shock your family and friends will feel will not be because you have money, but because they will finally be forced to witness the undeniable blazing power of your spirit reflected in the tangible world. From the very moment we began this sacred journey together, you could feel it, couldn't you, Leo? That subtle yet undeniable shift in the cosmic currents, that feeling of anticipation that has been humming just beneath the surface of your days. That is not just a fleeting emotion, it is the ripple of a profound celestial alignment, an awakening that is happening for you in real time. And now, as we step into this holy window of opportunity, this sacred portal that the universe has opened just for you, the divine orchestration becomes too luminous to ignore. Your magnificent ruling star, the sun itself, is forming a sacred trinity, a grand trine of fire, with expansive Jupiter in a fellow fire sign, and the North Node, the very compass point of your soul's destiny. This is not a common occurrence. It is a cosmic symphony, playing a melody of pure, unadulterated triumph. The sun is casting a brilliant golden spotlight directly onto the part of your chart that governs your highest creativity, your public recognition, and the unique gifts you were born to share with the world. Think of it as the universe turning on a celestial stage light and saying, "It is your time to shine." No more rehearsals. The world is your audience, and they are ready for your brilliance. Simultaneously, Jupiter, the planet of miracles, expansion, and great fortune, is magnifying this energy 1,000-fold. Jupiter doesn't whisper, it roars with joyous abundance. And in this harmonious dance with your sun, it is unlocking opportunities, synchronicities, and financial blessings that may feel as though they are appearing out of thin air. But they are not random, dear Leo. They are the direct result of every ounce of light you have bravely shared, even when no one was clapping. What does this feel like in your life right now? It feels like a sudden burst of inspired communication. An email you've been waiting for suddenly arrives. A proposal you thought was forgotten is suddenly accepted. A creative idea that you've held in your heart for years suddenly finds the perfect platform to be born. These are not coincidences. They are the universe delivering divine messages, heaven-sent affirmations that you are on the right path. Jupiter is ensuring that the rewards are not small, but grand, expansive, and life-altering, matching the sheer size of your magnificent heart. But there is another layer to this sacred geometry, a delicate and beautiful energy that arrives as Venus, the planet of love, value, and beauty, sweeps through your house of personal worth. This transit is a soft, loving whisper from the cosmos asking you a very important question. My dear Leo, are you finally ready to receive in proportion to how much you give? You see, your leonine heart is wired for generosity. You give your time, your energy, your love, your creativity, with a fullness that can leave others in awe. But sometimes in your noble desire to uplift everyone around you, you forget to keep your own cup full. You may have accepted less than you are worth, both financially and emotionally. This Venus transit is here to heal that. It is here to recalibrate your relationship with receiving. It is a cosmic invitation to raise your standards, to value your own energy, and to open your arms to the tangible reflections of your worth. Money, my dear Leo, is simply energy. It is a current of universal appreciation. It is not your enemy, and it is most certainly not your savior. It is a tool, a resource that flows in response to the beliefs, intentions, and emotions you hold within your powerful being. During these next few days, you are being invited to witness with loving honesty how you have been managing that current. Have you been holding on too tightly, fearing that if you spend it, it won't return? That is a vibration of lack. Have you been giving it away too freely, hoping to earn love or approval, secretly believing you are not worthy of keeping it for your own joy and security? That is a vibration of unworthiness. Or are you finally ready to step into the sacred flow of the sovereign creator, the one who understands that giving with joy and receiving with gratitude are two sides of the same golden coin? This isn't just financial astrology, beautiful soul. This is deep emotional healing disguised as a cosmic opportunity. This is the universe lovingly helping you to mend any cracks in your vessel so that you can hold the immense blessings that are now pouring in. I invite you to take a quiet moment after our time together. Find a piece of paper and write down 3 things you believe your radiant energy is truly worth. Not just a salary, but the value of your laughter, the value of your encouragement, the value of the light you bring into every room you enter. And then beneath that, write this sacred declaration: I am no longer available for energetic exchanges that do not honor the brilliant sun within me. This simple, powerful act of naming your worth grounds your vibration. It sends a clear and resonant signal to the universe. It says, I am ready. My heart is open. My throne is prepared. You are not just attracting cash, my magnificent Leo. You are attracting recognition. You are not just entering a lucky moment. You are stepping into a new era of co-creating your reality from a place of unshakable self-worth. And believe me, when you master the energy of your own value, you will never again have to prove it, negotiate it, or chase after it. The world will simply recognize your radiance and respond in kind. Following this powerful energetic alignment, we have just explored the sacred cards that now unfold before us, bring an even deeper, more profound invitation. This is an invitation not merely to hope for a brighter future, but to embody the soul of the sovereign ruler who can receive, hold, and steward magnificent abundance with wisdom, grace, and a gloriously open heart. These cards are not random pieces of paper. They are living archetypes, each one a golden mirror, reflecting not only what is coming toward you, but what is already awakening within the very core of your being. The first card to step forward is the Empress. And for you, radiant Leo, she appears not just as a figure of gentle nurturing, but as the queen of her own vibrant, flourishing kingdom. She is the embodiment of creative power made manifest. She speaks to the birth of magnificent new ventures, financial opportunities that are fertile and full of life, and a deep, soul-level nourishment that comes from seeing your creations come to life. The Empress carries the frequency of abundance that is achieved not through force or struggle, but through a joyful, confident, and magnetic flow. When you receive her energy, you are being asked to step into your role as the divine creator of your reality. What magnificent idea have you been nurturing in the secret garden of your heart? What project is ready to be born into the world? The Empress assures you that the soil of your life is incredibly fertile right now. Plant your seeds with intention, tend to them with love, and prepare for a breathtaking harvest. Following her regal presence is the magnificent Ten of Pentacles. This card for you, Leo, does not just speak of money. It speaks of a legacy. It speaks of building a kingdom that will stand the test of time. It asks you to think bigger than just today's bills or tomorrow's desires. What are you building that will not only support you in grandeur, but will also become a beacon of safety, love, and meaning for your family, your pride for generations to come? True wealth, this card whispers, is not just about the gold in your treasury. It is about the strength and beauty of the kingdom you create. The Ten of Pentacles often arrives when you have been working tirelessly, shining your light so brightly on others that you haven't taken a moment to recognize how magnificent your own palace has become. If you have been caught in a cycle of giving, this card is a divine affirmation that you are now stepping into a new phase where stable, tangible, and celebrated success becomes your foundation. It is time to build your castle, Leo, and to enjoy every opulent room within it. And then, with the sound of a celestial trumpet, comes the card of Judgment. This is the ultimate spiritual turning point. This card does not arrive quietly. It is a sacred soul-shaking call to awaken. It echoes in the very depths of your being, asking you to rise not in ego, but in the full glorious awareness of your divine purpose. Judgment is not about being punished or rewarded for your past. It is about a profound cosmic alignment. It asks you, magnificent Leo, are you finally ready to shed any costume that is too small for your spirit? Are you ready to step onto the main stage of your life and claim the starring role you were born to play? This card often arrives after a period where you felt your light was dimmed, where you felt misunderstood, or perhaps even exhausted from playing a part that was not your truth. Judgment is the universe declaring the audition is over. You have the part. A new chapter is beginning, not because you failed before, but because your soul is now ready to be seen in its full, untamed, and breathtaking glory. Together, these three cards weave a powerful story of your becoming. The Empress births the creative vision. The Ten of Pentacles builds the tangible kingdom, and judgment awakens you to your true sovereign role within it. This is the sacred cycle of conscious, celebrated abundance. Not just a fleeting win, but a meaningful, lasting transformation. If you are willing to meet this moment with the full courage of your lion heart, the rewards will go far beyond what you can hold in your hands. They will fill your very soul. So I invite you now, Leo, to ask your heart a gentle question: what kind of kingdom am I truly ready to rule? Is it just about income, or is it about impact? Is it just about money, or is it about meaning? When you feel that glorious truth stirring within you, I want you to declare it boldly. Anchor it in this physical reality. Write it down, speak it aloud, and let it become the unwavering decree of your soul. Because once you claim your throne, the entire universe rearranges itself to honor its queen, to honor its king. You won't need to chase your abundance, you will simply call it home. If you have been walking through this life, carrying the heavy, exhausting belief that your worth is something you must constantly prove, that abundance only comes through relentless struggle, or that you must earn love through endless performance, then this part of our journey together, dear Leo, is a sacred invitation into a profound transformation. This is a healing that begins not in your bank account or in the applause of others, but in the quiet, golden throne room of your own heart. It is about rewriting the stories you have been telling yourself about your worth, your wealth, and what it truly means to reign over your own magnificent life. What if abundance isn't earned by exhaustion, but is magnetized by your joy? What if the most powerful currency in the universe is not cash, but the unapologetic radiance of your authentic self? This moment, this sacred portal, is not about manifesting a quick fortune to patch up old wounds. It is about healing your energetic relationship with your own divine value so that you become a permanent, unshakable magnet for all good things. As a Leo, your soul is wired for brilliance, for heartfelt expression, and for a generosity that flows from a place of innate nobility. But sometimes that beautiful, radiant heart can get tangled in the thorny vines of outdated beliefs. Beliefs like, I must work twice as hard as everyone else to be seen. If I don't constantly give, I will lose their love. It's selfish to put my own needs and dreams first. Or that quiet, painful fear that whispers in the dark. What if my light isn't as bright as I hope it is? Let me tell you, with all the certainty of the cosmos, these beliefs are not your truth. They are merely echoes from old conditioning, ancestral patterns. Having to fight for recognition or cultural scripts that were designed to keep a magnificent lion in a cage that is far too small. And right now, you are being handed the golden key to unlock that cage and to rewrite your entire narrative, not with anger, but with profound, sovereign love. Money at its core is a reflection of value. It is an energy that flows to where it is honored, respected, and celebrated. It is drawn to the frequency of confidence, joy, and purpose. It is repelled by desperation, doubt, and the feeling of unworthiness. This is where the law of attraction beautifully meets the sacred responsibility of self-worth. This is not about simply asking the universe to drop a crown on your head while you wait. It is about becoming the version of yourself who wears their invisible crown with such grace, such confidence, and such unshakable knowing that the physical crown has no choice but to appear. It is about embodying the energy of a ruler who channels abundance, not just for their own glory, but for the joy of uplifting their entire kingdom. And that embodiment begins with small, sacred acts of sovereignty. Imagine looking at your budget not as a restriction, but as the royal treasury plan for your magnificent future. What if setting boundaries with your time and energy was not an act of selfishness, but a sacred duty to protect the light of your kingdom? What if every single dollar you spent was a powerful vote, either for the grand vision of the life you are creating, or for the old fears that kept you small when you begin to treat your resources, including your money, as loyal subjects in service to your growth, everything begins to shift. This is not about becoming rigid or controlling. It is about moving with royal mindfulness. It is about pausing and checking in with your heart before you make a decision. It is about learning the crucial difference between spending to fill a momentary void of feeling unappreciated and investing to build a life of lasting joy and fulfillment. So here is a simple yet powerful practice for you this week, my dear Leo. Each morning, I want you to find a coin. Hold it in the palm of your hand, feel its coolness, its weight. Now close your eyes and imagine it is not just a piece of metal, but a solidified drop of pure sunlight. A tiny piece of your own ruling star. Breathe deeply and say these words with quiet conviction. This is a reflection of my own inner gold. I am a wise and joyful ruler of my resources. Money comes to me to be used for light, for joy, and for the magnificent expression of my purpose. Let that affirmation sink deep into your nervous system. Let it retrain your emotional body to see wealth not as a source of stress or a measure of your worth, but as a beautiful and malleable tool for your creative expression. Let it be the anchor that holds you steady when old doubts creep in. And if you are facing debt, please hear this: shame has no place in your royal court. Debt is not your identity. It is simply an old story that is ready for a glorious new ending. Begin where you are and take one loving, sovereign step forward. Every payment you make can become a powerful declaration: I am no longer available for the story of scarcity. I am building a new foundation of abundance, one golden brick at a time. This is how true lasting wealth begins. Not in a lottery win or a lucky break, but in the quiet, unshakable power of your emotional alignment and your conscious choice to honor your own divine worth. You are not here to chase after applause or beg for recognition, magnificent Leo. You are here to become the kind of soul whose light is so bright, whose worth is so self-evident that the universe itself becomes your greatest admirer, showering you with all the resources you need to fulfill your glorious destiny. Keep walking forward. Your kingdom is already responding. Love, in all its most sacred and beautiful forms, asks us to become more of who we truly are. And right now, magnificent Leo, you are being invited to step into a new depth of emotional maturity, a new level of radiant love that goes far beyond fleeting romance or surface-level adoration. Whether you are currently in a beautiful partnership or walking this chapter of your journey as a solo sovereign, this moment holds the potential for a profound healing that will ripple through every aspect of your life. The cosmic energies that surround you now are both powerful and tender, bringing a golden clarity to how you give and receive love, how you hold the stage for others to shine, and most importantly, how you honor the brilliant sun within your own heart. If you are in a partnership, the energies of the Empress and the Ten of Pentacles come together to offer a powerful and loving message. The strength of your bond, the very foundation of your shared kingdom, lies not in pretending everything is perfect, but in creating a shared vision that is grand enough for both of your souls. You and your partner may be facing tensions, either spoken or unspoken, around finances, life direction, or perhaps a feeling that the balance of giving and receiving has been skewed. Please know, this is not a sign of failure. It is a sacred opportunity for a royal dialogue, not a petty debate. Rather than focusing on who is right or who is wrong, the universe is gently nudging you to ask a more expansive question. What magnificent future are we creating together? Are we co-rulers of this kingdom, or are we competing for the same throne? The Empress reminds you that nurturing your love means creating space for joyful creation, for play, for celebrating each other's victories, big and small. The Ten of Pentacles speaks of a legacy of love, a love that can weather any season because it is rooted in shared values, mutual respect, and a commitment to building something beautiful and lasting together. Now is the time to pause, to realign with what truly matters most, and perhaps to let go of the need to be right and choose instead to be in love. For those of you who are single, the powerful energy of judgment rises with a clear and divine purpose. This card often arrives when a chapter from your past is circling back, not to trap you in an old story, but to set you gloriously free. Someone from your past may re-enter your orbit, a text out of the blue, a chance encounter. But before you act, before you give your precious energy away, the universe asks you to take a regal pause. Ask yourself this powerful question: does this person's energy align with the magnificent king or queen I am today? Or do they only recognize the smaller version of me who tolerated less than I deserved? Sometimes we confuse a test from the universe with a second chance. But what is returning is not always meant to stay. It may only be here to serve as a mirror, showing you just how much you have grown, how much brighter your light has become. This is your opportunity to close that door, not with a slam of anger, but with the gentle grace of a sovereign who knows their worth and wishes everyone well on their journey, especially if that journey is in a different direction. In either case, whether you are partnered or single, the deeper work remains the same, cultivating a radiant and present love first and foremost for yourself. True intimacy does not begin with finding the perfect person. It begins with becoming the most authentic and loving version of yourself. You, dear Leo, so often extend patience, generosity, and a spotlight to others. Now, you are being called to turn that brilliant, loving light inward. Being available to your family and loved ones does not mean you must sacrifice your own peace or drain your own energy. It means showing up with an honest heart from a place of fullness, not obligation. If you are feeling depleted, then tending to your own joy, your own creativity, your own rest is not selfish. It is your sacred duty, because your love and support to be sustainable must come from a well that you consistently and joyfully refill. Let this be the season where your very presence is your greatest gift, not your ability to solve everyone's problems, not your productivity, but the simple, radiant warmth of your authentic being, the kind of presence that listens with an open heart, that celebrates without jealousy, that chooses to stay luminous even when faced with shadows. That magnificent Leo is the energy that heals hearts and builds empires of love. And when you live from that space of sovereign self-love, romance no longer needs to be chased or conquered. It will be drawn to you naturally and joyfully, because your very being will have become the irresistible invitation to a royal love affair. When we speak of creating a magnificent kingdom, Leo, we often look outward, toward money, relationships, and grand opportunities. But the truest, most foundational realm of your sovereignty begins within. It begins in the sacred vessel that carries you through this lifetime, your body. The universe is now gently, lovingly reminding you that the potent energy you carry, the magnetic frequency you emit, and the glorious manifestations you attract are all deeply and inextricably intertwined with how you treat this sacred temple of yours. Just as you would not pour the finest wine into a cracked chalice, the full radiant flow of universal blessings cannot truly anchor in your life if your physical and emotional foundation is depleted, ignored, or running on the fumes of exhaustion. That is why this beautiful phase of your journey invites you to return not to the hustle, not to the relentless push to perform, but to the sacred act of replenishment. There is something wonderfully radical and royal about choosing to slow down in a world that so often glorifies being busy. But let us be clear, for you, Leo, slowing down is not an act of retreat. It is a strategic recalibration. You are not falling behind when you choose to rest. You are gathering your light. You are powering up your inner sun. Every single conscious choice you make to honor your own well-being is a powerful, energetic declaration to the universe that says, I am preparing my vessel to hold even more light. I am expanding my capacity for blessings. One of the most profound and simple shifts you can make begins on your plate. I invite you to approach your meals not as mere fuel, but as moments of sacred spiritual alignment. Before you take your first bite, pause. Take 3 deep, grounding breaths. This small, conscious act does more than just calm your nervous system. It tunes your entire vibration to the frequency of gratitude and receptivity. It allows your body to receive nourishment, not as something to burn through while you rush to the next task, but as a precious gift to sustain your glorious life force. Imagine your plate as a vibrant offering, a colorful reflection of the sun's generosity gifted to you by the earth. Fresh greens, ripe fruits, warming grains, these are not just foods, they are living codes of vitality that speak directly to your cells, replenishing your radiance from the inside out. Hydration, too, can become a ritual of clarity and purification. Begin your mornings with a glass of warm water, perhaps infused with a slice of lemon or a drop of honey. As you drink, imagine you are not just hydrating your body, but you are gently washing away any energetic heaviness, any lingering shadows of doubt or fatigue from your auric field. Think of it as clearing the royal courtyard of your soul, preparing it for a day of sunshine and joyful creation. And then, my dear Leo, there is the sacred act of sleep. It is not a luxury, it is a non-negotiable act of sacred maintenance. Your magnificent mind is constantly active, processing, creating, and shining its light on others. But your body, your kingdom requires periods of deep, restorative peace. I invite you to make your bedtime a ritual of release. An hour before you sleep, lower the lights, silence the noise of the world. Put your hand on your heart and whisper something kind and appreciative to yourself. Thank you for all that you did today. You are enough. It is safe to rest now. Your nervous system, your loyal subject, deserves to feel safe. True healing and regeneration happen when you give yourself permission to completely let go. Too often we are taught to treat self-care as an afterthought, a reward we earn only after we have pushed ourselves to the brink. But what if that is entirely backward? What if tending to your own body, your own energy, is the very thing that makes you capable of shining your brightest? What if honoring your need for rest is the exact signal the universe is waiting for, proving that it can trust you with more responsibility, more abundance, more light? When you begin to see your physical health as the very foundation of your energetic expansion, everything changes. You begin to glow with a light that is not forced but flows effortlessly from within. And from that place of vibrant harmony, manifestation ceases to be a struggle. Let this be the season where you stop apologizing for needing to rest. Let this be the time where you reclaim your divine right to feel good, not someday, but right now. You were never meant to run on empty, magnificent Leo. You were meant to radiate. You were meant to move with presence, to eat with reverence, and to rest with the dignity of a sovereign in their sacred space. And as you do, you raise your frequency to a level where all good things are possible, not because you chased them down, but because they recognized the familiar, brilliant light of your energy and joyfully chose to come home to you. Magnificent Leo, if you have journeyed with me to this point, if you have felt the truth of these words resonating in your soul, then a part of you, the deepest and wisest part of you, already knows this profound truth. You are the one who unlocks the treasure. And that treasure is not hidden in some distant future. It is not buried beneath a mountain of achievements. And it certainly is not dependent on the permission or approval of anyone else. It begins in the sacred golden moment that you finally allow yourself to believe that you are worthy right now of everything your royal heart has been longing for. The permission you have been waiting for was never external. It was always yours to give. You see, manifestation is not a complex formula of waiting for luck to strike. It is the simple, powerful act of remembering that you are the sun of your own solar system. You are the magnet. The thoughts you choose to cultivate, the emotions you decide to nurture, the courageous choices you make each day, each one is a powerful message, a sacred prayer, a vibrant frequency that echoes out into the great cosmic field of life itself, drawing back to you a perfect reflection. So I ask you now, gently and with the deepest love, what frequency have you been radiating lately? Are your inner conversations aligned with the abundant, celebrated life you seek? Or are you still in quiet moments, negotiating with old, fearful versions of yourself that believed struggle was a noble requirement, and that your light needed to be dimmed to be acceptable? This moment, these very words you are hearing, can be the definitive turning point if you allow it to be. You are not here by accident. You did not click on this video merely to be entertained. The sovereign soul within you showed up today for truth, for remembrance, and for a powerful realignment with your divine birthright. The universe does not plant grand desires in your heart as some cruel form of punishment. It gives them to you as a sacred roadmap, a glorious destiny, and it waits patiently for your resounding yes. So what if today, right now, in this very moment, you whispered a firm and loving yes to your own soul? What if you declared, I am ready to step into the full, blazing radiance of my expansion? I am done shrinking. I am done doubting. I am done playing small with the magnificent God-given life that burns within me. This, my dear Leo, is the frequency that unlocks your next chapter. Not desperation, not force, not control, just presence, just honesty, just permission. Maybe you don't need to work harder. Maybe you just need to come back home to the glorious truth of what already lives inside you. Can you soften your grip enough to truly receive? Can you stay open and gracious when the blessing arrives in a form you didn't expect? The incredible energy we have explored together today, from emotional healing to financial flow to physical renewal, has only one true ultimate purpose: to remind you that you are already equipped. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are certainly not forgotten. You are being guided, you are being loved, and you are being prepared for a life that is more magnificent than you have yet allowed yourself to imagine. The treasure isn't the money, it isn't the relationship, it isn't even the breakthrough. The real treasure is the person you become in the process of allowing it all, in the confident, radiant, and wise sovereign who finally claims their throne. So now take one final deep breath with me. Ask your soul, what truth am I ready to claim? What fear am I ready to release? What kind of magnificent life am I finally willing to receive? Not someday, but today. And if this message has awakened something real and powerful inside of you, do not let this energy dissipate. Anchor it. Speak it into existence. Go to the comments below and declare with the full power of your heart, I am the treasure. Not just for yourself, but as a beacon of light for all those you love. And before you go on to rule your beautiful day, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to Cosmic Wisdom if you haven't already, and share this light with another soul who may need this reminder of their own magnificence. Your presence here means more than you can possibly know. Every single comment, every act of engagement is a ripple of golden light that moves through the collective, bringing more guidance and more love to more souls exactly when they need it most. You are the miracle. You are the sign. Keep walking, keep receiving, keep choosing your light, because it has always and will always choose you. Go forth and be brilliant.